Let me ask you something before we begin. How many times this week did you say yes when your body, your schedule, or your spirit was quietly begging for no? I'm a modern genie, not the kind that grants wishes in smoke and thunder, but the kind who's watched humans trade their peace for approval again and again. And if there's one lesson I've learned across centuries, it's this. People don't burn out because they work too hard. They burn out because they don't protect themselves. So today, pull up a chair, take a breath. We're talking about boundaries, and more importantly, how to say no without drowning in guilt afterward. Here's the first truth most people miss. Guilt is not a sign you're doing something wrong. It's often just a sign you're doing something new. I've seen kings feel guilty for resting, and servants feel guilty for refusing impossible demands. Guilt doesn't mean you're selfish. It means you've been trained to prioritize comfort for others over honesty with yourself. Boundaries aren't walls. They're instructions for how to love you properly. Lesson 1. Why saying no feels so hard. Let me tell you a story. Once, I watched a woman who was always the reliable one. She answered every call, covered every shift, listened to everyone's problems. People praised her generosity, but no one noticed how tired her eyes had become. When she finally said no, gently, respectfully, the guilt hit her like a wave. Not because she was wrong, but because she had broken a silent contract she never agreed to in the first place. Here's the truth. When you've been available without limits, your boundary feels like rejection to people who benefited from your lack of one. That discomfort doesn't mean you're cruel. It means the dynamic is changing. Lesson 2. Redefining no. Let me reframe something for you. When you say no to something that drains you, you're saying yes to something that sustains you. Your energy, your time, your peace. No is not a moral failure. It's a resource management decision. And the calmest people I've ever met, the ones who move through life without resentment, are not the nicest. They're the clearest. Lesson 3. How to say no without over-explaining. Here's where guilt sneaks in. Over-explanation. You don't owe a biography every time you protect your time. Try this instead. I can't commit to that right now. That doesn't work for me. I'm choosing to rest this evening. Notice what's missing. Apologies, layered with justification. Clarity spoken calmly is kindness. Over-explaining is often self-betrayal dressed as politeness. Lesson 4. Boundaries reveal, not ruin, relationships. I've watched friendships survive wars and crumble over a single honest sentence. And here's what I've learned. Boundaries don't destroy healthy relationships. They expose unhealthy ones. If someone only values you when you're exhausted, overextended, and agreeable, that's not connection. That's convenience. The people meant to stay will adjust. The ones who leave make room for peace. Lesson 5. Practicing boundaries without becoming hard. Now listen carefully. Boundaries are not about becoming cold. You can be warm and firm, compassionate and clear. Soft voice with a solid no is more powerful than anger ever will be. Check in with yourself before you answer. Ask, do I have the capacity for this, or just the habit? That pause alone can change your life. I'll leave you with this, from one who has watched time unfold in every direction. Your time is not infinite. Your energy is not renewable without care. And your worth is not measured by how much you give away. Every no you say with integrity teaches the world how to treat you and teaches you how to respect yourself. So the next time guilt knocks, let it pass through. You don't have to invite it in. I'll be here, watching, smiling quietly as you choose yourself, one boundary at a time. If this wisdom sparked something within you, then you're ready for more. Hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and step deeper into the knowledge that will reshape your world.